everyone, this is Larry with Today I Feel Like. Today we're going to take a look at the Mokin USB-C multi-port hub, and I'm going to love this thing, I think, for my iPad. Now, some of you may know recently I got an M5 iPad Pro, and I've been trying to go lighter and more portable in a lot of ways, and this is going to help me. So let's go ahead, get it out of the package, unbox it, then hook it up to the iPad, and take a look at what I want it to do. All right, here we go. All right, here is the box right here, and there's really not much to it. The box actually came a little bit beat up, which is fine. I don't really care. But it says this is model number MOUCO317. So MOUCO317, in case you guys need that. But this thing, it says it's a USB-C adapter for MacBooks, and it says TF card reader, USB hub, new US. So I guess it's actually designed for the MacBook, but I'm going to use it for my iPad. So let's go ahead and take this thing out, and we'll set that over there. We are going to get a user guide if we need it, so you can kind of go through and see what all of the different ports are and the different specs of the ports. And we can see right here, it does say the USB Type-C is going to have up to 5 gigabits. USB-A 3.0 is going to have up to 5. The micro SD and SD card reader are going to have read-write speeds of 20 to 40 megabits and 10 to 30. And then the USB-C PD port is going to have 100 watt max, and the USB Type-C PD 3.1 is going to have an output of 20 max, so 20 watt max. So, all right, let's get this thing out of here, take a look at it. And here is the adapter, or the hub, excuse me. It looks like this might be a power button right there, so maybe you can turn this thing off and on if you want to. There is an Ethernet port right here, so you can plug into a landline. So if you really wanted to have or needed to have that LAN connection directly to your router, you're going to be able to do that. And that's fantastic, especially if you're uploading a large file. Downloading too, but uploading, usually people's download speeds are much faster than their uploads, but if you plug in directly to your router, you can oftentimes get extraordinarily fast uploads. So yeah, anyways, we can go ahead here and see we're going to get 2 USB-A ports, 2 USB 3A ports, and then we're going to get a USB Type-C port that's going to have power there. So now on the other side here, you can see that we are going to have a HDMI port, a full-size SD card slot, a micro SD card slot, and then also power there as well. Now, this is very important because this means when you plug this in to your device, you can actually plug this in to power so that you can maintain power to your device. And over here, this can be used as data. Now, oftentimes I see these hubs that have multiple USB-C ports on there, but they're only for power, they're not for data. And for me, I have a lot of USB-C, drives and SSDs. I need my hub to both have data for USB-A and USB-C. So this one does. All right, let's go ahead and grab my iPad, and let me show you one thing that I really want this hub to be able to do. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing plugged into my iPad so I can show you what I want it to do. And let's just go ahead and plug it on in. It works USB-C, so that's perfect. And what I want to do is I want to be able to take my editing drive. This is my editing drive, so I'm just going to go ahead and plug it right in to the USB-C port that's for data. And then I want to be able to take a memory card, something like this. This is some footage I just shot earlier this evening, and I just want to be able to plug it into the card reader, the full-size SD card reader of the hub. And now I want to be able to go into the Files app, and from the Files app, I want to be able to go in here and see that's my SSD drive. This is my card, and so I want to be able to go in here and just check out all the files in here. And there we have them. And I'm going to go ahead and just select. Let me see if I can actually go do this by kind. There we go. And I'm going to hit select. And I just want to go ahead and select all these files here. These are all the video files that I shot earlier this evening. And I'm just going to go ahead and select them all. There we go. And now I want to simply be able to move these over onto my I want to move these over onto my 4 terabyte drive. So I'm going to go ahead and click move, and then I'm going to select this my 4 terabyte edit drive, and then I have this folder called videos to sort, and I'm just going to go ahead and copy them right in there. And this is really what I want this hub to do for me. And I love the fact that I'm able to do this, because in the past, if you wanted to do something like this, you had to copy all of your files from your memory card onto your iPad. And then once they were copied onto your iPad, you can then plug in your SSD drive and copy them off of the iPad onto the SSD. Now, I don't need to worry about that. The hub is the interface sort of there. I can plug them both in, and I can copy them from the SSD from the hub, from the SD card from the hub right over to the SSD editing drive. And now when I have the SSD editing drive plugged in, I can either leave it plugged into the hub, or I can plug it directly into my iPad, and I can start editing right away. Now, as you can see, it's going to take quite a while. It doesn't look like the read-write speeds on the hub are very fast. You can see here it says it's 105 gigs, and it's telling me it's going to take about 54 minutes. So, I mean, that's a long time. I don't want to wait almost an hour for my footage to transfer. So what I can do is actually grab a card reader and plug it into the hub. That hopefully will give me some faster speeds. So let me grab a card reader and try that out. Okay, so I went ahead and grabbed my card reader. So this is my pro grade card reader. I like this because it uses both type A, it uses SD cards, and it uses the CF Express type B cards, excuse me. So, all right, let's do this. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna plug this on in, and I'm gonna plug this into a USB A 3.0 slot right there. And then I'm going to plug this in, plug my card in there. There we have it. And now we should see this pop up right quick on the side. There we have it there. So let's go ahead now, and I'm going to tap that. I'm going to open up. This is the files from my memory card. And there we go. I'm going to go ahead and just hit select and just select all of these files here. And there we go. So now I'm going to go ahead and move those. I'm going to hit move, and I'm going to select my 4 terabyte editing drive and go into videos to sort, and I put a new folder in there for today so that I don't get them all mixed up, and I'm going to hit copy. And now we're going to see how long this takes. Hopefully it's taking a bit shorter time, and let's see. It says yeah, it's already going faster. So you'll notice the time starts to drop pretty quickly. It may start off where it shows like it's like, you know, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours, then all of a sudden it just drops dramatically. So right now we can see it's down to like 13 minutes and 40 something seconds, or 14 minutes. So this is about what we can expect now. It's down to 9 minutes. It's transferring over stuff very fast. So as you can see, it really makes a dramatic difference, the device that you use to ingest your media. So if you have a card reader that's way faster than the hub, use that. There's no reason to sit around for an hour and wait for your footage to ingest when you can do it in just like, you know, 10, 15 minutes. All right, so all the files transferred over just fine. It went very quickly. And I would have to say, if you only have the hub, it can work in a pinch. You can get your files transferred over. And if you're just transferring over photos, it's probably fine. But if you're transferring over high quality video files that are kind of large, then you might still want to use a card reader just plugged into the hub. So, but we can take a look here. We can see that it's still that all the files transferred over fine. This is it. This is they're in this folder right here. Everything is looking good. So now I can go ahead and just I can take the memory card out, and I can unplug the ProGrade card reader from there, and we can see there that we still have all of my files ready to rock and roll. So super duper easy. And now I can edit in Final Cut Pro or any other app with these video files directly from the SSD plugged into my iPad or using the hub. Generally, if I don't need something between the SSD and the iPad, I just unplug it and go directly in. I always think it's a little bit faster, a little bit safer. Maybe it doesn't make a difference, but that's just me. All right, everyone. Well, there you go. That is it. That is a look at the Mokin USB-C multi-port hub, and I think this thing is fantastic. Now, they do push this for the MacBooks, and I think it would work fine for that. But I have wanted to use this with an iPad, and I think it works perfect with my iPad. I love the fact that I have the card readers built right in, so I can use those in a pinch. I don't think they're the fastest, but they do work. I do have those two USB-A ports and a USB-C port so that I can plug in multiple drives at the same time. And when I plugged in a fast card reader, it really just blazed through and sent that data really, really quickly. I'm loving it. So yeah, this thing is gonna be my my iPad's new best friend. It's going to stay with me when I travel, so I can make sure that I can transfer footage and do all the stuff that I want to do, and I don't need to ever worry about wishing I had my MacBook with more ports with me. So anyways, I'm going to leave links to this down below in the video description so you can check it out. I'm also going to leave links to my Amazon page and my social media contacts so you can reach me elsewhere, and I hope you enjoyed seeing this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and please subscribe to this channel. And follow me on Instagram. And I am Larry with Today I Feel Like. Thanks for coming back to see me. Come back and see me soon. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.